Evening settled in and you lay on the bed, lost in thought. It had been only 2 months since it is, and now you were one man pregnant. You had come to your mom's place after a heated argument with Young. You told your mom that you were on vacation and missed her, but the truth was far more complicated. Your thought lingered on Taehyung, the man you had fallen so deeply for at first. You were convinced he loved you too, but lately things had changed. His behavior had become unpredictable. He claims to care for you, yet every time you had casually asked about the details of the deal, but Taehyung's demeanor shifted and he became furious. The argument accelerated quickly. He coldly reminded you that it was none of your business. He had already paid you for your mother's surgery. In return, you were supposed to give him a child. And just like the deal said, you couldn't stop yourself from asking. But he made it clear once the baby is born, you are not having any touch from the child. Laying there, your mind replayed the argument over and over. You were lost in the painful memory when suddenly the sound of a car pulling in a driveway snapped you out of your thoughts. Your heart raced. Who could come your mom's house at this hour? You rushed to the window and froze. Her parked in the driveway, a black Mercedes. It was him, Kim Thang. You walked to the door, knocking firmly. You sit on the bed, mind racing as you wonder why Thang would come at this hour. Suddenly there was a knock on the bedroom door. It was me, that Thang had hired to help care for your mom. Mate, Mr. Kim has arrived and asking for you. You take a deep breath, still unsure what happening, your heart pounding in your chest. As you descend the stairs, you see your mother talking with him. Both of them turn to face you. Your mom has no idea about your relationship with Taehyung, that you are 1 month pregnant with his child. Taehyung, finally clear his throat, pulling out of your thoughts. Taehyung, I'm here to go over some important paperwork with you since you weren't answering my calls. He glanced at the mom as I speak. Mom, why didn't you answer your boss's call? When, Mom, I was sleeping and my phone was on silent. You respond smoothly, trying to hide your frustration as a man who just lied to your mom. He hadn't called you since yesterday. Mom, why you always complained that the boss was old and grumpy, but he seems like a sweet and polite man. She laughed softly and went off the tension, think reason I will create a surprise by your past remark. He never imagined someone as cute as you could speak ill of him. You, Mr. Kim, what paper do you need to look over? Let's go to my room. Wouldn't you lead to the way, trying to escape the awkward moment? Taehyung stand and smile at her mom. Thank you, Mrs. Jung, for letting me into your home. She nods with a smile. Taehyung follows her upstairs. The smile smelled hanging at his lip. Mr. Kim, can you please stop calling me that? His hardest voice raised with exhaustion. I'm getting to my point, sir. Why are you here? She asked, watching as he ran, his finger through his hair, clearly distressed. Taehyung, I don't understand. I just needed to see you. His voice trembled. My heart was pounding when I woke up and didn't find you beside me. His eyes softened, vulnerability written all over his face. I couldn't stand them bitterness, morning or night. It didn't matter, I just missed you. He stood there, exposed, his world filled with unspoken longing. She stared at him in silence, her heart batting between anger and compassion. When you need therapy, then if you feel lonely like that. Her voice was cold, cutting through his confusion. Then his lip parted, but no words came. His gaze poured into her, desperate. When I need you. When I know, and don't worry, you will get what you want. His face light up, hope flashing briefly in his eyes, but the next word from her lip made a light flicker and fade. I will give you the child, it's yours, so don't worry, I won't run away with them. Her voice was chilling, detached, and it shattered him. He understood why she was so distant, why her words were keep sharp knives. His heart stretched, but he swallowed. The pain, he knew he had to keep his secret a little longer even though it was killing him. He made a solemn promise to fix everything, to heal what he had broken between them. The young one, I want you. To his word hung in the air, making her eyes wide and shook. It was the first time in 2 months he had said anything like that. She shook her head, willing to believe him. Wine, Taehyung, she whispered, still in disbelief. Taehyung, I truly want you, Wine, and I'm here to apologize for the last night argument. Please forgive me. His voice cracked, eyes glistening with shed tears. The sight of his vulnerability made her heart soften. She couldn't help herself. She stepped closer and gently patted his arm. Wine, it's not just your fault, Taehyung, it's mine too. I shouldn't have asked that question, especially when you warned me not to. Her voice was low, filled with regret. Taehyung stared at her for a moment, then his gaze shifted to her hand. Trembling slightly as it neared his face, slowly he cupped her cheek, his touch warm and tender. When I need you to tell why I want this child. Her eyes widened at his word. He was looking at her so intently as if trying to pour his soul into hers. Wine, because suddenly his phone rang, cutting through the moment. Taehyung ground in frustration. The tension between them shattered. When he stepped back as he hesitated to pick up the call. Taehyung, yes, Anwal, okay, I will call him later. He sighed deeply, hanging up, visibly frustrated. One stood there, her heart racing, anticipation swelling in her chest. What was he about to reveal? She couldn't shake the feeling that whatever he was going to say. One, that was Hanwar, my brother's wife. Why your brother? She asked, her eyebrows furrowing in confusion. Taehyung nodded. My brother Sungmin. He secretly married Hanwar because they love each other. But my parents didn't approve. They wanted him to marry their close friend's daughter. But he refused. He told Hanwar was pregnant and he couldn't leave her. Taehyung paused, his voice growing quieter. The truth is, Hanwar can't get pregnant. She's infertile. My parents didn't believe them that she is pregnant. So Sungmin made a fake pregnancy report to convince them. After so much pressure, my parents finally agreed to their marriage, but they still tried to break them apart. Someday my parents showed up unannounced at their house, doubting Annual's ability to have a child. They know because her own sister told them every time they visit. Annual would wear a fake pregnancy belly to hide her throat. She even wears it outside because my parents and her sister were spying on them, trying to ruin their marriage. Adoption or surrogacy isn't an option. They are being watched too closely. That's where I come in. I was the only solution for them. Tank and I really wanted to help them, that's why I made it still. His stomach, his eyes bleeding for understanding. One heart softened and she started to comprehend the weight of his action. One, but why did you choose him? Why not someone else? Tank, do you really think I could do this with just anyone? I chose you because I love you. I have loved you from the start. You were the first girl I loved secretly. Her heart raced at his compassion, her breath catching in her throat. Please don't leave me when the deal is done. His voice broke, filled with desperation as he begged her not to abandon him. You were the one who said that after this everything would end and we had got divorced. Her voice trembled. The memory of this word cutting deep. I made a deal because I didn't want you to catch feeling for me before giving me the child. He paused, his voice thick with guilt. I know it will be hard for you. He stepped closer. Understand me. His tone softened, almost breaking, as he reached out to her, desperate for her to see his intention.